Wiggy time on the fly. What's up, everybody? Sean Wiggins, and this is just going to be a super shit fest. This is Jay Lover and Glenn Strange, as you can see by that sign. There's Glenn Strange. Spent a ton on this, on his uniform here, on his little wrestling attire. Got that Nike hat at a outlet store for about $8, and number 33, whoever that is. There's Jay Lover trying to soup up his the JAPW fans that are also his friends. And this is once again at the Bosco Prep School in Ramsey, New Jersey. March the 10th, 2000. This is like my third or fourth show. There's the owner of Jersey All Pro, Jeff, who knew absolutely nothing about wrestling. Still knows nothing. But he funded everything. And I guess he had a friendship with Fat Frank. I don't know. I've known him. Well, I haven't talked to him in probably 7 or 8 years, but I knew him since 1999. Never said a word to anybody. Just never talked. He was friends with that guy right there, Pierre. There I am, hopping the guardrail. Oh yes, Glenn Strange, real name Ray Sager, told me to run out and get a chair, and I was so untrained that I didn't know any better. I just ran and did it. And there is Mafia and Monster Mac, the Hit Squad. This is the first time I ever refereed for them. And I was telling the story in my last upload, Dixie versus Elax, from this very show. Monster Mac, Steve, was the first really person in the Jersey All Pro locker room to befriend me and really introduced me to everybody. He thought I was a good referee at the time. And, there's Homicide. Homicide's at ringside. And he introduced me all around the locker room, and I was very grateful for that. There's Mafia. Dan Moff, as you know. One of the best friends to the end that you could have. Trustworthy. Everything. And there's Glenn the Maniac Strange, who would later go on to be the booker of Jersey All Pro Wrestling. And what is he doing now? He's picking me up and sitting me on the top. Remember, at this point, I don't know what's going on. This was my third Jersey All Pro show, or second Jersey All Pro show. I'm not sure. But I just listened to everybody, right or wrong. I didn't know any better. And when you're brand new, like I'm sitting on the second rope, which is, oh God, that's taboo. This is a hardcore match, so there's no tags will be made. So I did get a request to put some more hardcore matches up from Jersey All Pro. And this is the Hit Squad against Jay Lover and Glenn the Maniac Strange. You're not going to really see too many Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express spots being done here. You're not going to see Catch as Catch Can. You're not going to see a lot of Rockers, Brainbusters moves. But it was at this time, too. Mafia is still smart enough to wipe his feet before he got in. Funny here, because I think this might have been one of the last matches for Glenn Strange before he was just Ray Sager, the booker. And I'm trying to separate him. And down I go, and this one's underway. I think he told me to get involved in between them. But yeah, Ray would go on to book Jersey All Pro, and he had some good angles and did a couple of good things, but talking to Ray Sager, you would think you were talking to Dusty Rhodes. You'd think he knew everything about wrestling. And I've said this in previous uploads that if your booker never even worked big indies, I mean, if he was never anywhere, how good is your company going to be? Catch as Catch Can. Oh, look at this little Hit Squad catches each other. Oh, and Ray Sager, Glenn Strange and Jay Lover. Meeting of the minds right there. They double clothesline each other. And this is pre-camo days for the Hit Squad. And I think at this time, guys in the locker room and Hit Squad themselves thought they were better than they were. And rightfully so. They weren't just hardcore wrestlers for small companies. They went on to have many matches, and they helped start Ring of Honor. Oh, good God. Oh, I thought that was a chair. Too bad it wasn't a chair. Anyway. There's Johnny D, Pierre, manager of Champions. He's there as well. I saw Homicide at ringside before. And the music just keeps playing here, and I'm not going to get a copyright claim, so I'm just going to talk through this one as well. Jay Lover, who found his success as an extra in movies. I think he even had a couple speaking roles, TV shows. I don't know if he did any movies, but he did some TV shows. Dick, douchebag. He knows why. And now, wait, wow, Monster Mac was skinny here. Good Lord, he put some weight on afterwards. And again, I always said this. I think I said this in a previous upload. I mean, you can crap on me in the comments if I did. It would have been so much better for Monster Mac to not talk. If he never spoke, if he was like a silent assassin, he would have been over like Rover, because he could go and he could do a lot of good stuff. And I think if he was quiet, maybe just wore a face mask the whole time, or even paint around the eyes. But he wanted to talk and be, brash and be like, he wanted to have a speaking part. God, he would have been so over if he didn't talk. It's just my opinion. Not a lot of people agree with me. And there's 6 minutes in, and that's only 3 minutes old, and Ray Sager's opened himself up. Ray Sager is the guy, I've also said this before, now who's going to clean up that garbage? I hate it when wrestlers did that. Now the frickin' custodian's got to clean all that crap up. But Ray Sager would always dress like Bubba Ray Dudley and sit in the front row at ECW shows. And that was his gimmick. That was his deal. He was at like every one. In real life, he was a corrections officer at Rahway State Prison in New Jersey. And I can't tell who that is, that Mafia or Monster. Johnny D is up there for whatever. Oh, I've never taken that, and I never will. But that chair to the cinder butt, it's got to hurt your balls. I mean, you got to feel that. Who was number 33, and what team is that? Is that the Generals? Is it an old Herschel Walker jersey? I mean, maybe Ray Sager did play high school football. And, oh, yeah, Johnny D is getting his licks in on Jay Lever. See, if I'm Jay Lever right here, I'm sucker punching Johnny D. Never let a rep manager just beat you up. Unless it's a cold spot. And the Ramsey crowd's loving it. I think this was our one and only time here at the Don Bosco prep. I don't ever remember being back there. You see me yeah, I called that on the fly. No one told me to do that. I don't know if anyone popped for that. Mod doing everything they can to catch the action. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I remember that. It was nice. And I'm guessing that's Mafia. Wow, they looked a lot alike here from the back. They look nothing alike face to face. I mean, if you're comparing their faces. There's a couple Hit Squad fans in the audience. You saw that one. But yeah, I thought Jersey All Pro would go on to be a fed that would have like 2 to 4 shows a month. And Johnny D goes through the door instead of selling it. I don't know if I'll ever see him again. Ray Sager's going to roll down the bleachers. Johnny D's fine. He ran out the door to pick up a garbage can and beat up Jay Lever. Oh, good God. But no one was slick enough to know. Oh, nice. That's Monster Steve. Taking that Singapore cane that was just laying around there. Oh, no, Johnny D brought it to the ring. Good God. That really doesn't hurt. He's hitting the garbage can. I'm sure there's a little bit of noise pollution. Do you have any other good Jay Lever story? Oh, Jay Lever one time. This is 2001. The whole locker room popped for this. The Jersey All-Pro people. The only people that knew him. He made an announcement on his, wasn't MySpace, on his AOL account that he was taking time off. Jay Lever, meanwhile, only worked for JAPW in the doghouse. And, all right, down goes Johnny D. I wonder, he'll probably sell that for about 11 seconds. But for the most part, people like Johnny D, so they didn't really, give it to him too bad. But, on his, I guess it was AOL account, he announced that he was taking time off. And one time after a WXW show, it was me, the Hit Squad, and Low-Key. Damn Mafia, walked around and told every single guy at WXW and everybody at the TGI Fridays or wherever we were, Bennigan's after the show, like just random people, told everyone, excuse me, Jay Lever is taking time off. He was making announcements to everyone, and no one knew who the hell Jay Lever was, and that was kind of the idea. But it was great, and it was funny, because Jay Lever did have some heat with people. This is 100 years ago. I mean, this is 2000, 2001. So this is legitimately 20 years ago. It's blowing my mind right now that this is so long ago. And there's Mafia. Oh, it's Monster Mac. And God, Johnny D, Jesus Christ. Why didn't one of them just fucking shoot clothesline him? Just drop him. If I'm the Hit Squad, I'm yelling at him. Like, stop helping. Because Hit Squad's the babyface team. The manager really shouldn't be helping. It's like the I never understood the babyface with the valet. It's never made any sense. I mean, for sympathy. Monster Mac now whips Lover into, goes to the table. It's probably made of pressed sawdust. I mean, it worked for the Macho Man, but the Macho Man, Randy Savage, is one in a million. There's, he's once in a generation talent. And oh, did he hit it? Oh, good God. You can't really see. My tribe's doing everything they can. There I am in my swishy pants. So this one's going all over the place. Ray Sager has the Crimson Mat. And Glenn Strange, I'll call him by his worker name. Glenn the Maniac Strange. What was it? The Hate Breed? Who the hell were they? The Sickness. That was the name of their tag team. They had a little faction called The Sickness. But, I mean, the other thing about Glenn Strange is that he's dressed like one of the fans. If you dress like one of the fans, what are you really doing? I don't know. It's just my opinion. But what do I know? And now Johnny D, still up. Ray Sager puts his hands up because he doesn't want to take a Singapore cane from 190-pound Johnny D. Actually, Johnny D was like 220 at this time. He had a gut. Yeah, I said it, Pierre. What are you going to do? What? Yeah, my gut did get bigger than yours. Screw you. And my gut's about that bigger now. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this is sweet. This was actually very sweet. And the Hit Squad perfected this. They did this very, very well. Now, Monster Mac lifting Moff up. Oh, nice. Powerbomb to the table. It would have been great if he got a little more elevation. But they would come to do much better ones in the future. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right. Wow. The first cover is the last cover because it was a success. As the Hit Squad gets the victory over the Sickness, Mafia and Monster Mac have defeated Glenn the Maniac Strange and Jay Lover at Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey on March, whatever this is, 10th, 2000. And yes, this is off of a video cassette. There's, the Haas brothers. That's right. Ooh, I forget. This is the first time I've watched this in good 15, 16 years. There's Russ beating up Monster Mac and Charlie, the proverbial house of fire. I still have the tag belts. The Haas's were like tweeners at this time. They should have been the baby faces. And there's what the hell were they called? Ray and Yar? I mean, Ray and, the fuck were those two called? Ah, shit. I forget what they were called. They were great. I like those two. These two guys in there now, they wouldn't remember me from Adam, but I like them. Dogs of War or something? Oh, Birds of War. Oh. No, that was It's Always Sunny. And now Charlie's going to whip him off. And there's a nice clothesline by Charlie. I want to see Charlie bump here. And now Monster Mac is losing his shit. Nailing Russ. There's some live rounds going on here. I mean, these guys, for the most part, pretty much liked each other. But they're just going all the fuck out. Mafia was... That made me laugh. Anyway, it's nuts. He nails Johnny D. Johnny D's not going to sell it because, he's Johnny D. He can't sell stuff. He's got to look tough. And now it's just a full-scale war. I mean, it's a riot. And these two guys in the camo pants, who their names are escaping me, say it in the comments below. If you remember them, God, it's going to bother me. I'm going to have to Google it or look it up later. This is the last time they were ever in Jersey All-Pro. They never came back. So I think they were setting up a three-way dance at Charity Hall in the next month or so, and these two never came back. And the Haas's, I think, only came back for a few more shows before Vince scooped them up. You knew that was coming. I mean, the Haas brothers stood out. You could just tell they didn't belong on the independents. And, nice. And unfortunately, we lost Russ about a year and a half after this, after a heart attack. He was only 26. We were robbed of that. But Charlie, luckily, hooked up with Shelton Benjamin. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that one. There's Fat Frank for whatever reason. So for Sean Biggins, I'm Ref Hansen. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'm signing off. Arrivederci and ciao.